Welcome back to 10th class math classes. In this video, we will learn about the pair of linear equations from the Telangana syllabus, Telangana class 10th syllabus. Okay, there is no chapter for ICSE, but if it is all included in the quadratic equation. So at that time, I will add ICSE questions also, and IOQM I will follow up anyway. Related questions of IOQM in a different video. Okay, so in this video, we'll mainly learn pair of linear equations in two variables for class 10. Okay, Telangana class 10. This is chapter 4. Okay, these are the contents we are going to learn in this video. From introduction to the optional exercise, everything. Mainly, we will concentrate on the uh, algebraic method. From here onwards, it is most important. This is one of the very base to the base concept of mathematics actually. Which will help you in solving several problems later in either in maths or in physics or in chemistry. So understanding the concept of variables and a pair of linear equations is most important for solving any problems. So listen carefully. Introduction. Okay, let's start. Let's see some of the real life situations. What happens? Okay. One day Siri went to a bookshop with her father and brought three notebooks and two pens. Okay, three notebooks and two pens. Okay, her father paid rupees 80 for them. Okay, paid rupees 80 for three notebooks and two pens. This is what most important. Okay, her friend Lakshmi liked the notebooks and pens, so she also bought four notebooks. Okay, how much? Four notebooks and three pens for 110 rupees. Okay, now her classmate Rubina liked the pens, whereas Joseph liked the notebooks. They asked Siri the cost of the pen and the notebook separately, but Siri did not know the cost separately. How will they find the cost of these items? This is very normal real life situation. You buy bulk of things and then try to figure out what is the individual cost. Okay. So in this example, the cost of the notebook and pen are not known. Okay. Correct. So these unknown quantities we come across in many situations in our day-to-day life. Okay, these are the variables. Unknown quantities are the variables. Okay, few other situations. The cost of 1 kg of potato and 2 kgs of tomatoes was 30 on certain day. Okay, after 2 days, the cost of 2 kgs of potato and 4 kgs of tomato is 66 rupees. Okay, so is the problem same as the before one? Just think about it. Can we find out potato cost and the tomato cost individually? Okay. These are the two unknowns here, right? The coach of the cricket team, MK Nagar High School, buys three bats and six balls for 3,900 rupees. Okay. Later, he buys one more bat and two balls. Okay. One more bat and two balls for 1,300 rupees. Okay. Now, this is also similar situation. Okay. Identify the unknowns in each situation. What are the unknown here? Potato cost, tomato cost. Here, cost of the bat, cost of the ball. Okay, these are the called variables. Okay, Siri bought three notebooks and two pens for 80. Okay, Rubina just try to guess actually. Okay, because it is 80 rupees, you have option to guess. So let's assume that notebook is 25 rupees. So three notebooks, that is 3 into 25, correct? 3 into 25, which is 75 rupees, and total paid is 80 rupees. So cost of two pens is 5 rupees, right? 80 minus 75, that is 5 rupees. So cost of each pen is 2 rupees 50 paise, right? Cost of each pen is 2 rupees 50 paise. Okay. Now let's guess this is correct. If this is correct, Joseph felt that was too less. But let's try to substitute this value in the second equation and see. Okay. Okay, in the second equation, Lakshmi also bought the same notebooks and pens. Okay, she paid 110 for four notebooks and three pens here, right? Four notebooks and three pens. Okay, this one. So let's do that guessing calculation here. Cost of three notebooks and two pens is 80 rupees. Cost of four notebooks and three pens is 110 rupees. Okay, so let's assume that price of notebook is 25 rupees. Then the cost of pen will come around 2.5 rupees. Correct? Now you substitute these values in the second equation. Cost of notebook is 25, so 4 into 25, that is 100 rupees, and 3 into 2.5, which is 7.5 rupees. So total cost is becoming 107.5, not 110. Correct? Right? So that means the valuation which we kept for notebook 25 rupees and derived the value of pen 2.5 rupees is not correct. Right? So you need to make another guess. Right? So you keep on making such guesses, but how long you will make a guess to make sure that the variable values are correct? Okay. So one method is uh, box method, we call it. Okay, or model method. Okay, it's called model method. Okay, what we will do is let's represent the notebook by red box. Okay, and a pen by blue box. Now we know that three notebooks and two pens are 80 rupees, right? Like this, three notebooks, two pens, 80 rupees. Then four notebooks and three pens, 110 rupees. One, two, three, four, three pens, 110 rupees. Okay. Now we will try to maintain either pens or notebooks same actually. Okay. By doubling it, tripling, okay, whatever we do. Okay. So what we will do is the first one will make it three times. Okay. So three notebooks will become nine notebooks. Two pens will become six pens. Correct. Nine notebooks, six pens. Cost will be three times. That is 3 into 8 is 240 rupees. Second one we will double it. So it will become eight notebooks and six pens, which is 220 rupees. Okay. Now if you observe, there are six pens in both of these. Only difference is nine notebooks here, eight notebooks here. So if you subtract both of them, what you will get is one notebook price. Correct? So you subtract both of them, you will get cost of notebook. So one notebook cost is 20 rupees. Correct? 240 minus 220. Difference is only one notebook. Pens are same. Okay? So one notebook cost is 20 rupees. Now you substitute this in the given equation. Okay? Of this one. Okay, four notebooks on this one. You will get the value of pen, and also it will satisfy the other things. Okay. So now Siri bought three notebooks and two pens for 80. So 3 into 20 is 60. So 80 minus 60 is 20 rupees. And two pens is 20 rupees. So one pen cost is 10 rupees. Now you substitute in the second equation. Four notebooks will cost 80 rupees and three pens will cost 30. 80 plus 30 is 110, which is correct. Okay. So this is the one model method with which you can uh, derive the valuations. Okay. But this is for easy equations. Okay. If the equation goes complicate, it is difficult to use the model method. It will become complex basically. Okay. So in general, an equation of the form ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where ABC are real numbers and where at least one of A or B is not equal to 0, which means A square plus B square is not equal to 0. Why this is important here? Okay. Because A square plus B square is not equal to 0, which means one of them should be not equal to 0, right? So this is called a linear equation in two variables in the x and y. Okay. Now let's do this examples which are given. Mark the correct options in the following questions. Which of the following equations is not a linear equation? Okay, not a linear equation. 5 plus 4x equal to y plus 3. Okay. If you bring both y and 3 other side, the equation will become 4x minus y plus 2 equal to 0, which is a linear equation in two variables. Okay. So that's fine. Next, x plus 2y equal to y minus x. You bring both of them other side, 2x plus y equal to 0. So it is a linear equation in two variable. Okay. Now 3 minus x equal to y square plus 4. So this has two variables, but second variable power is 2. Okay. So this is not linear equation. Okay. So this is most important. The power is 2. So it is not a linear equation. X plus y equal to 0. Definitely it is linear equation in two variable. Okay. Okay. 2x plus 1 equal to y minus 3. It has two variables, x and y. So it's a linear equation in two variable. Okay. Next, 2t minus 1 equal to 2t plus 5. So if you rewrite it as, it will become, there is no t term actually. It will become 0 equal to 6. This is not a correct equation itself. Not even linear equation. It's not correct equation itself. Okay. 2x minus 1 equal to x square. Okay. There is only one variable, but the highest power is 2. So it's not a real linear equation. It's a quadratic equation. Same thing here, x square minus x plus 1. It's a quadratic equation, not a linear equation. Okay. So next, which of the following numbers is the solution for the equation 2 into x plus 3 equal to 18? Okay. This is easy way to solve it. Just expand the multiplication basically. It will become x plus 3 equal to 18 by 2, which is equal to 9. So that means x equal to 9 minus 3, which is 6. That's the answer. B is the answer. What is the value of x which satisfies the equation? This one. Okay. You just uh, expand, remove the bracket basically. 2x minus 4 plus x equal to 5 minus x. Okay. Which means 3x, then this minus x will go to other side. It will become 4x. 4x equal to 9. So x equal to 9 by 4. 9 by 4 is nothing but 2.25. So answer is C. The equation x minus 4y equal to 5 has unique solution, no solution, infinite solution, two solutions. What is the correct answer? Okay. So from this one equation, we cannot say anything, but this equation satisfies many solutions. If you see, you take some value for y, let's say y equal to 1, then we can say that x equal to uh, 5 plus 5 plus 4, which is 9. Okay. And for y equal to 2, x is 13, and so on. There are infinitely many solutions possible because it is only one equation. Okay. All the points on that line are a possible solutions, right? Okay. There are infinitely many solutions possible. Let us learn solutions of pair of linear equations in two variables now. Uh, Previously, we have tried with the model method, which is a way of solving the pair of linear equations, but that is not so easy for every equation. So let's learn the other ways of solving the pair of linear equations in two variables. Okay. So we have seen the three examples given in the introductory method. One is we solve using the box method or model method. Okay. There is second way of solving the same problem, that is called graphical method. Okay. We know that this is a linear equation. Linear equation means a line. If you draw it on a graph in the two variable x comma y, then it's a line. Okay. So these two equations we can draw in a graph paper and see what happens actually. Okay. So we know the linear equation, that is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0. Okay. And a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. These are the pair of linear equations, and both can be drawn in a graph actually. Okay. When you draw two lines on a graph, you have three solutions possible, right? One is the two lines may intersect, The two lines may intersect. This is possible like this. Okay. The two lines can be parallel like this. Okay. Both are parallel lines. The two lines may coincident means actually same line represented in two different ways basically. Okay. So this is coincident, right? So these are the three ways possible if you draw two lines on a graph paper, right? So let us check the first example in terms of x and y and where x is the cost of notebook and y is the cost of a pen. So the equation looks like 3x plus 2y equal to 0, equal to 80. And the second equation is 4x plus 3y equal to 110. That is 4 notebooks and 3 pens equal to 110, right? This is the model method we solve the problem. Let us solve the same thing in graph method. Okay. So for any graph method to solve a linear equation, you need at least 2 points, right? So this is x value. You take some value for x and find out the value of y. In this case, y equal to nothing but 80 minus 3x divided by 2, right? So for 0, x equal to 0, y is nothing but 40. So 0 comma 40 is 1 point. Okay, then for x equal to 10, y equal to 25. So 10 comma 25 is another point. These 2 points are enough to draw the line, but just for understanding, he just gave two more points because you can see the answer directly. For x equal to 20, the point is 20 comma 10. X equal to 30, the point is 30 comma 5. Similarly, for the line 2, okay, for x equal to minus 10, okay, the point is minus 10 comma 50. For x equal to 20, the point is 20 comma 10. For 50, it is 50 comma 30. If you see, they both of them have one common point here, correct? That means these two lines intersect at this point. Okay, let's see the graph. Okay, the graph is something like this here. The graph is, if you see, the 2 points are meeting at 20 comma 10, right? 20 comma 10. Okay, so that's why he gave example of more points. Actually, he derived more points, but you just need 2 points to draw these lines and then extend them. They will meet at some point and find out what is the value of that point. That is the intersection, point of intersection. Okay, and this is the x comma y, which is common to both these equations. So that is the solution to this pair of linear equations. Okay, if you substitute 20 comma 10 in both these equations are satisfied. That's how we derived here, right? So that means this is a common solution. Okay, and if you see, 20 comma 10 is a common point. There is only one solution for this pair of linear equations in two variables, only one solution, right? Okay, such solutions are known as consistent and independent pair of linear equations. They always have unique solution, consistent and independent. Okay, remember this, consistent and independent. Now let us look at the first example from the think and discuss section. Okay, there is a potatoes and tomato price they have given. Okay, cost of 1 kg of potatoes and cost of 1 kg of tomatoes each we have to find out. Okay, given that the cost of 1 kg of I think equation is, yeah, cost of 1 kg of potato and 2 kgs of tomatoes is 20, and cost of 2 kgs of potato and 4 kgs of tomatoes is 66. So you take this similar way, x and y equal to 30 minus x by 2. Okay, here y is equal to 66 minus 2x by 4. So you derive 2 points. You have 2 points. Okay, 0 comma 15, 2 comma 14, 1 comma 16 and 3 comma 15. So draw the two lines. And if you see that these two lines are parallel, these two lines are parallel lines. They don't intersect at any point. Okay, what is the meaning of this one? Okay, that means one thing is they don't have a common solution. Okay, there is no common solution for x and y. And if you look at the problem, this is the price of tomatoes and potatoes on a given day. Do you think there will be a common value? Need not be, right? It is not possible that uh, tomatoes and potatoes price will be same on 2 given days. Okay, it can be independent. That's why we can get a solution of parallel lines here. Okay, so such lines basically Such pair of linear equations which have no solutions are known as inconsistent pair of linear equations. What do you call them? Inconsistent. They are not consistent, right? There is no solution possible. So they are inconsistent. Okay. Let's also check the third uh, second example from the think and discuss section. Okay. Let the cost of each bat be x and each ball is y. Okay. Then what we will write is cost of equation 3x plus 6y is 3900. That is the first equation. 3 bats and 6 balls. Then 1 bat and 2 balls is 1300. Okay. So if you draw the same way, get the point. For x equal to 100, y is 600. So 100 comma 600 is 1 point. And the same thing here, 100 comma 600 is 1 point. And second point is 200 comma 550. And the same thing here. So if you see, all the points are coming same. So when you draw it, you will realize that these two are coincident. Okay. And if you look at the problem, this is cost of bat and ball, which are normally fixed unless you change the price of the bat and ball or buy a different brand of bat and ball. The prices are same, correct? Which means these two lines are coincident. Whether you buy n number of bats and m number of balls, the price will be always same. So you will always get the coincident lines for this one. Okay. Such lines are called consistent. They are consistent, right? And dependent. They depend on each other, right? Basically, they are same line. Okay. So these are the three types of pair of equations possible. Let's try this one. Can we find out the cost of each bat and ball? From the given equations, we cannot find. Okay. You can take. There will be multiple solutions possible actually. Okay. So we cannot find from the given equation. Is a dependent pair of linear equations always consistent? Dependent pair of linear equation is always consistent. Yes, they are consistent because they have infinitely many solutions possible. Correct? So they are dependent and they are consistent. Okay. Now let's do this section. Do this section. Yeah, this do this section is very simple. You just take two equations, find out the 2 points x comma y as given in the example, and then draw lines and see, observe, just write your observation basically. The next section, do this section is with more information is there. So we will solve that there. Most of them are similar equations. So I think I'm just skipping this. You can do it yourself. This is very easy. Okay. Let's learn about the relation between coefficients of nature of system of equation. Okay. A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 denote the coefficients of the given pair of linear equations in two variables. Then we can write and compare the values of A1 by A2, B1 by B2, and C1 by C2 in the above equations. Okay. If you see above examples, A1 by A2 is for these two equations. Okay. 3 by 4, 2 by 3, and 80 by 110. So where A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. And we are telling this is a consistent and independent solution. And in the graph, we saw that the lines are intersecting and they have one solution. Okay. So observation is A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. Okay. And when for the second problem, we saw that A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but not equal to C1 by C2. Okay. And we are calling this as inconsistent and it's a parallel lines and there is no solution possible. Okay. Similarly, for the third example, we saw A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. Okay. Equations are written here. You can find out the values easily. Okay. And we are calling this as consistent and dependent. Okay. Because both are same line and the lines are coincident and infinitely many solutions are possible. Okay. So this is the observation so far actually for the coefficients and the solution of the linear equations. This is observation. Okay. So let us see more examples actually. Check whether the pair of linear equations represent intersecting, parallel, or coincident. Okay, find the solutions if the lines are intersecting. Okay, so solution is, these are the two equations: 2x plus 5 plus y equal to y minus 5 equal to 0, and 3x minus 2y minus 4 equal to 0. So a1 by a2 is 2 by 3, b1 by b2 is 1 by minus 2, c1 by c2 is minus 5 by minus 4. Okay, we observe that a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, so which means with the above knowledge basically we should know that they have intersecting solution. So you draw the graph same way. We know how to draw the graph. You need 2 points. Make 2 points in the given equation. Okay, here y equal to 5 minus 2x, that's what is written. Here y equal to 4 or 3x minus 4 by 2. Okay, or 4 minus 3x by minus 2, both are same. Basically negative term you can take to the numerator. So 2 points are here, 2 points are here. You draw the lines, and then you observe that both are intersecting. This is as per we expected, because a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. So both lines are intersecting, and the intersecting point is 2 comma 1. Okay, so it has a solution, x equal to 2 and y equal to 1, a unique solution. And next example, other pair of equations, 3x plus 4y equal to 2 and 6x plus 8y equal to 4. Okay, so if you write them in the proper order, it is like this. Then a1 by a2 equal to 1 by 2, b1 by b2 also 1 by 2, c1 by c2 also 1 by 2. So from our observation, all three ratios are equal. That means they should be coincident lines. Okay, this pair of linear equations are consistent and dependent and have infinitely many solutions. Okay, so again you draw the line. Here y will become 2 minus 3x. 3x you take it to other side. 2 minus 3x divided by 4. Here 4 minus 6x divided by 8. You take 2 points, 0 and 2, basically 0 and half, 0 and half here. 2 comma minus 1, 2 comma minus 1. From this one we can see that both are actually same lines. So the graph comes like this. They are coincident lines. Then there is a third example. 2x minus 3y equal to 5, 4x minus 6y equal to 50. You can write them like this. Find out a1 by a2, which is 4 by 2, so which is 2. b1 by b2 also minus 6 by minus 3, which is 2. c1 by c2 is 3 by 1, which is. So this is the observation, right? Observation pair. So it is not okay. In this case, only the constant term is not equal, which means these lines are parallel, right? From the observation. Same way you draw, you draw a table basically to find out 2 points and then draw the lines. In the graph, you will find that these two lines are parallel lines. Okay, so they are inconsistent and they have no solution. Okay, now let's do this do section and try this section. Okay, let me just put everything and then explain. The lines are 2x plus 3y equal to 1 and 3x minus y equal to 7. So let's first observe from the ratios whether they are coincident or parallel or uh, intersecting. So a1 by a2 equal to 2 by 3, b1 by b2 equal to 3 by minus 1, which is minus 3, c1 by c2 is minus 7. So this is the observation, right? a1 by a2 is not equal, none of the ratios are equal basically. So that means they are intersecting lines. Okay, so you again same way take a table, derive two lines. The green table represents the green line here, blue table represents the blue line here. Okay, it is good if you write the when you get this such questions in the exam, in the graph paper you write the equation on the line, each line. Okay, I did not mention here, but it's good to write equation on the line here. Okay, 2x plus 3y equal to 1 here, 3x minus y equal to 7. Since this is the first problem we are solving with this graph paper here, so I just want to give the instructions. You follow the same template throughout actually. And for deriving points, you just need 2 points actually. Okay. Try to get the integer points. It's easy to draw a graph actually like this. We can easily guess looking at the equation which one is integer value. Okay. They are very simple equation. Okay. Take integer points and then draw the line. So if you draw the line, they are intersecting at 2 comma minus 1. Okay. So the unique solution on of a pair of lines is 2 comma minus 1. They're consistent pair and intersecting lines. Okay. Okay. Next example is x plus 2y equal to 6, 2x plus 4y equal to 12. So here again you take a1 by a2 1 by 2, b1 by b2 is 1 by 2, c1 by c2 also 1 by 2. All three are same basically ratios. That means they are coincident lines. Okay. So the lines are consistent pair of coincident lines. If you draw the graph, it comes like this, same way. Okay. And the lines have infinite solutions. Okay, we'll just follow the same template as before. You know how to get 2 points to draw a line. Okay, follow the same steps. So the table, all this, you follow the same steps, and only as I said, 2 points are enough. Okay, third one is 3x plus 2y equal to 6, 6x plus 4y equal to 18. Here, what we see the ratios is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, not equal to c1 by c2. That means they are parallel lines, right? So in the graph, you see same parallel lines here. They have no solution. Let us do the try this section from the chapter 4. For what values of p, the following pair of equations has unique solution. Okay. So given equations are 2x plus py equal to minus 5, 3x plus 3y equal to minus 6. So you take the ratios of coefficients, that is a1 by a2 equal to 2 by 3, b1 by b2 equal to p by 3. So we know that unique solution is possible if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Correct? That means 2 by 3 should not be equal to p by 3. That means p should not be equal to 2. Right? So hence all values where p is not equal to 2, the above equations have unique solution. Right? So this is how you should uh, answer such questions. Next, find the value of k for which the pair of equations, okay, given equation represent parallel lines. What is the condition for the parallel lines? a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2, not equal to c1 by c2. Okay. So let's check the ratios here. a1 by a2 equal to 1 by 2, b1 by b2 is minus k by 6, c1 by c2 equal to minus 3 by 5. Correct? This is the condition for parallel solution. Okay. So in this case, 2 by 4 equal to minus k by 6. Definitely it is not equal to minus 3 by 5. So from this, minus 4k equal to 6x square. 6 into 2, k is minus 3. So hence k equal to minus 3, the above equations are represent parallel lines. For what values of k, pair of equations given here represent coincident lines. Okay, we know the ratios. a1 by a2 is 1 by 3, 3 by 9, that is 1 by 3. b1 by b2 is 4 by 12, 1 by 3. c1 by c2 is 2 by k. So for coincident lines, all ratios should be equal, which means 2 by k should be equal to 1 by 2 or k equal to 6. So for k equal to 6, above equations represent coincident lines. Next. For what positive values of p, okay, important positive values of p, the following pair of linear equations have infinite solutions. Okay. So these are the two equations given. Now take the ratios. a1 by a2 equal to p by 12, b1 by b2 equal to 3 by p, c1 by c2 equal to p minus 3 by p. Okay. We know the condition, all ratios should be equal. Okay. So you take the first two ratios, P by 12 equal to 3 by P, which means P square equal to 36. So P is equal to plus or minus 6. They asked only positive values of P. So you have to take only P equal to 6. Okay. Now, second equation, same way, if you want, you can try the second equation where you will get 3 by P equal to P minus 3 by P, which is 3P equal to P square minus 3P. That means P is equal to 6. Okay. So we can try any solutions which is possible. Any one of them you can take, and then still you can derive the value of the P basically. So P is equal to 6. Let us look at some more examples. Example 4. In a garden, there are some bees and flowers. If one bee sits on each flower, then one bee is left out. Okay, will be left out. If two bees sits on each flower, then one flower will be left out. Find the number of bees and number of flowers. Okay, for all such problems, uh, this is a starting step for writing a two variable equation. So it is very important to see what are the variables and how to write equations. Once you write the equations, it's very easy to solve the problems. You have graphical method, you have several other methods going to come. Okay. So in this one, you don't know how many number of bees are there, how many flowers are there. So those are your variables. So let the number of bees equal to x is one variable and number of flowers equal to y. This is the other variable. Okay. Now, if one bee sits on each flower, then one bee is left out. Okay. That means how many number of bees are there? One more than number of flowers. Correct? Number of bees are one more than number of flowers. That is x equal to y plus 1. Or if you rewrite it, x minus y minus 1 equal to 0. Correct? This is one equation. If two bees sits on each flower, then one flower is left. Correct? One flower is left. So that means y equal to how many number of bees are there? X number. X by 2 if you take, because pair, right? Two bees are sitting on each flower. If you take two bees at a time, that is x by 2 bees. Okay. Then this is plus 1 equal to y, means one flower is left out. Correct? So y minus 1 basically. This is equal to y minus 1 or nothing but. So your equation will be x equal to 2 into y minus 1. Now you have two equations. You know how to draw the graph. Okay, you just need 2 points, make 2 points and draw the graph. So the graph comes like this and they are intersecting lines at 4 comma 3. So x is 4, y is 3. That means number of bees are 4, number of flowers are 3. Okay. Next example. Perimeter of rectangular plot is 32 meters. Okay. It's a rectangular plot. Perimeter is 32 meters. If the length is increased by 2 meters and the breadth is decreased by 1 meter, the area of the plot remains the same. Okay. Find the length and breadth of the plot. Okay. So now the variables are definitely length and breadth. So L and B. Area equal to LB. Okay. Perimeter is 2 into L plus B, which is equal to 38 meters. This is your one of your equations basically. If you divide with the 2, both sides, you will get L plus B equal to 16 or L plus B minus 16 equal to 0. This is your first equation. Now, second equation is if length is increased by 2 and breadth is reduced by 1, okay, then L plus 2 into B minus 1, which is equal to LB. It is same as LB, right? So, this is given. So, you expand this LB minus L plus 2B minus 2 equal to LB. LB gets cancelled, right? Then the equation you will get is L minus 2B plus 2 equal to 0. This is your second equation. Okay. So, your first equation is here. Okay, second equation is there. Same way, you draw the graphs, draw a table for each equation, find 2 points and draw the graph. So the graph, if you look at, they are intersecting at 10 comma 6. Okay, they're intersecting at 10 comma 6, and 10 is length, and 6 is the breadth. Okay, let's do the exercise part now. Exercise 4.1. Okay, exercise. First question is, by comparing the ratios A1 by A2, B1 by B2, and C1 by C2, state whether the lines represent the following pair of lines are intersect, are parallel, or coincident. Okay, we have to look at the ratios and tell. Okay, that's simple. So two equations are given here. A1 by A2 equal to 5 by 7, B1 by B2 equal to minus 2 by 3, C1 by C2 equal to 8 by minus 9. Okay, A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, not equal to C1 by C2. That means they are intersecting lines. Okay, they are intersecting at a point, the above equation. Okay, so this is the template for all questions under one. Several questions are given. You have to just follow this and check and then write the answer. Okay, so second one, if you see, uh, A1 by 2 is 1 by 2, B1 by B2 is 1 by 2, C1 by C2 is 1 by 2, which means all our ratios are equal. Right? That is coincident line. Okay. See, A1 by A2 is 3, B1 by B2 is 3, C1 by C2 is 10 by 9, which is different. So, this is the condition for the parallel lines. So, the above equations are parallel lines. Okay. Check whether following equations are consistent or inconsistent. Solve them graphically. Okay. This you need to solve graphically. Okay. So, you know how to take points for the two lines, 3x plus 2y equal to 5 and 2x minus 3y equal to 7. Take 2 points, draw the lines. Okay, then you see that they are intersecting at 2.2 comma minus 0.8. Okay, which means we need to state whether they are consistent or inconsistent. They are consistent. Okay, so the lines are consistent and intersecting. Okay, so similarly, next two equations, you draw the tables, get 2 points, draw the graph. You see that the lines are parallel, so they are inconsistent. The lines are inconsistent and parallel. Okay, next, see, I make two tables, draw the graph. You see that they are intersecting at 3 comma 1.5. So these lines are consistent and intersecting. Okay, this is how you have to draw graphically. The template is same for all. Okay, you just look at the solution on the graph. You look at the lines and then tell. So for the D, basically the lines are coincident. That means the lines are consistent and infinitely many solutions are possible. Okay, consistent and dependent, right? This is it. Yeah. Okay, E, you draw the lines. They are basically consistent and infinitely many solutions. For the F problem, draw the table here. Same way, two lines. You again see them consistent and infinitely many solutions are possible. You look at the equation here. If you multiply this equation with the 2, 2x plus 2y equal to 10, you get the second equation. From there you can tell they are basically same lines, right? Okay. For G, uh, again it is same. You get the parallel lines. Okay. If you see here x minus 5, 3x minus 3y, so ratios are same basically, and only C ratios are different. Okay, so you can easily find out. Anyway, this is by drawing graph. So you take 2 points and then just draw the graph. The lines are inconsistent and no solution. Okay, H, the lines are consistent, intersecting, and unique solution. Okay, lines are inconsistent and no solution. Parallel lines, basically. I. So that is how you need to solve the uh, pair of linear equations problem graphically. Next. Neha went to a shop to purchase some pants and skirts. Okay. When her friend asked her how many of each she has bought, she answered the number of skirts are two less than twice the number of pants purchased. Number of skirts is four less than four times the number of pants purchased. Help her friend find how many pants and skirts Neha has bought. Solve it graphically. That's they asked it. They asked us to solve it graphically. So let's see. First, we have to write the equation, right? Let P and S are number of pants and skirts purchased. So first statement here is number of skirts are two less than twice the number of pants. Okay. Number of skirts is equal to two less than minus two, two less than twice number of pants. So 2p minus 2. This is one equation. Okay. Second equation is number of skirts is 4 less than 4 times the number of pants purchased. That is 4p minus 4. Okay. So these are the two equations. Okay. That you draw a graph. Basically, you have to take points same way I showed before. Follow the same template. Draw the have a table. Get 2 points for each line, and then draw them graphically. You will see them. They are intersected. 1 comma 0. Okay. The two lines intersected 1 comma 0. That means Neha has bought one pant and no skirt actually. Okay. So this is how we should follow. The most important thing is to write the correct equation. Once you know the equation, you can solve the problem. This is a template fixed, which you don't go wrong generally. Next, 10 students of class 10th took part in mathematics quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than number of boys, then find the number of boys and the number of girls who took part in the quiz. Okay, 10 students of class 10. So, if G and B are number of girls and boys who took uh, part in the quiz, G plus B equal to 10, correct? There are total 10 students who took part in the quiz. And number of girls are 4 more than boys. That means G equal to B plus 4. So this is second equation. These are the two equations. You know how to draw a graph. Okay. And when you see the graph, they intersect at 7 comma 3, which means G comma B is 7 comma 3. Number of girls is 7. Number of boys is 3. Okay. This is how you have to solve graphically. Only thing you need to make points actually for each line. You can refer to my previous template of problems where we draw the graphs. 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost 50, whereas 7 pencils and 5 pens together cost 46. Find the cost of one pencil and one pen. Okay. So XY are cost of pencil and pen. Then 5 pencils and 7 pens cost 50. Correct. 5x plus 7y equal to 50. 7x plus 5y equal to 46. 7 pencils and 5 pens is 46. Now these are the two equations. You draw the lines in the graph. You get they intersect at 3 comma 5, which means cost of pencil is 3, cost of pen is 5. Okay, 6. Half the perimeter of rectangular garden is 36 meters. Half the perimeter of rectangular garden is 36 meters. If the length is 4 meters more than its width, then find the dimensions. Okay. L plus W equal to 36. Half, right? We said half the perimeter. Normally 2 into L plus W is 36. I mean, is the length of is the perimeter. Half of it. So L plus W equal to 36. L minus W is 4. We said length is 4 more than its width, right? So difference between length and width is 4 basically. This is your second equation. Draw the graph. They intersected 20 comma 16, which means length is 20, width is 16. We have a linear equation 2x plus 3y minus 8 equal to 0. Write another linear equation in two variables x and y such that graphical representation of pair so formed is intersecting lines. Okay. Given line is this one. Okay. For another line intersecting above, we need to maintain a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Okay, which means you can just write any line. Intersecting line is 3x plus 4y minus 9 equal to 0. Okay. Parallel line equation is this is the condition. So you follow the conditions. You write same thing and just differ in the constant term basically. Right? 2x plus 3y, 2x plus 3y minus 8. I change the constant term which is minus 15. Coincident line, you just multiply the given equation with some number basically. So I multiplied with 2. I get 4x plus 6y minus 16 equal to 0. So this is how you can form the new equations for the given condition. The area of a rectangle gets reduced by 80 square units if its length is reduced by 5 units and breadth is increased by 2 units. Okay. If we increase the length by 10 units and decrease the breadth by 5 units, then the area will be increased by 50 square units. Find the length and breadth of the rectangle. Okay, L and B are the length and breadth of the rectangle respectively. Original area of rectangle is LB. Okay, and given first condition is L minus 5 into B minus 2 equal to LB minus 80, reduced by 80, right? So if you expand the equation, what you will get is 2L plus 5B equal to 90. This is what you will get. This is your first equation. Second equation is if length is increased by 10, breadth is reduced by 5, then area is increased by 50, right? So L plus 10 into B minus 5 equal to LB plus 50. Okay, you simplify is again. The second equation you get is minus 5L plus 10B equal to 100. Now you have two lines in L and B variables. Okay, form get 2 points for each line and then draw graphically. They intersect at 8.8 comma 14.4. Okay, so that is L comma B. L comma B is 8.9 comma 14.4. Next, in a class, if three students sit on each bench, one student will be left. If four students sit on one bench is left. Find the number of students and number of benches. Okay, X is number of students, Y is number of benches. Okay, now X equal to how many number of students? Basically, if three students sit on one bench, okay, three students sit on one bench, okay, one will be left out. One student is left out, right? So x minus 1 equal to 3y basically. Okay. So that is x minus 3y equal to 1. This is your first equation. If four students sit, then one bench is left out. Correct? So remove one bench. Y minus 1. Four students on each bench equal to x. Correct? So x minus 4y equal to minus 4. This is your second equation. Again, you draw the graph. You see that they intersect at 16 comma 5. Okay, which means number of students is 16, number of benches is 5. Okay, now let's learn the substitution method. Let us learn algebraic method of finding the solution for pair of linear equations. First thing we should question why we need a different method. Okay, graphical method is there already. Why is it required? So one thing is if you get a equations where your x comma y, that is points to draw the line, or something like square root of 3 to square root of 7 or some decimal points, then it is very difficult to draw the graph. It will not be very accurate. Okay, so to solve the linear a pair of linear equation problems to accurately, we require a algebraic method. Okay, so there are two methods in using algebraic methods. There are two ways to solve the uh, pair of linear equation problem. One is substitution method, other one is elimination method. So first we'll learn the substitution method here. Okay, substitution method is nothing but, okay, let me explain here. You can go through the steps given here. Okay, that is nothing but you have two equations. Okay, you first find out one variable in terms of the other variable. So if you have two variables x comma y, find out x or y in terms of other variable. Okay, so in example, in this case, I can find from this equation, I can find y equal to 2x minus 5. Correct? Y is nothing but 2x minus 5. Now I take this y value, substitute it in the second equation y here. Okay? So 3x plus 2 into y equal to 2x minus 5. Correct? Which is equal to 11. So substitute in the second equation. Now this has become one single variable equation. So that means you will get a solution. Correct? So this is nothing but 3x plus 4x minus 10 equal to 11, which is nothing but 7x equal to 21. So x equal to 3. Now you substitute this x value in any of the equations above, whichever is simple, you substitute it. So in this case, we are substituting in the equation 1, which is 2x minus 5, y equal to 2x minus 5. So 2 into 3 minus 5, which is 1. Okay, y is 1. So this is a method called substitution method where you try to find one variable in terms of other from one equation, substitute it in the second equation, then you get one variable value. You take that value, substitute it in any of the equations, you get the second variable value. Okay, so let's do these examples to understand it more. Okay, okay, 3x minus 5y equal to minus 1, x minus y equal to minus 1. Okay, second equation can be written as y equal to x plus 1. Okay, now you substitute this y value in first equation. Substitute the y value in the first equation. What you will get is 3x minus 5 into x plus 1 equal to minus 1. That is 3x minus 5x minus 5 equal to minus 1, or 2x. Okay, this is minus, so it goes to other side. Minus 1 comes to this side. So 2x equal to minus 4 or x equal to minus 2. You substitute this value in the second equation, which is simple. So y equal to x plus 1. So y equal to minus 2 plus 1, which is minus 1. So x comma y is minus 2 comma minus 1. So in this method, you don't need to do graph drawing, all that. So this is a better method and more accurate values you will get compared to the graph method. Okay, second example, x plus 2y equal to minus 1, 2x minus 3y equal to 12. So in this one, x equal to minus 1 minus 2y, correct, from the first equation. You substitute that in the second equation. What you will get is 2x minus 3y, which is equal to 2 into minus 1 minus 2y minus 3y equal to 12. So simplify, you will get y equal to minus 2. You substitute that in any of the equations. Basically, in this one, substituted in the first equation, y equal to minus 2. What you will get is x equal to 3. So x comma y is 3 comma minus 2. Okay. So this is the template for solving these kind of problems. Okay. One thing is, it's always good to substitute and check final values with the equations. Okay. Let's do this 3 comma minus 2. So 3, 2 into minus 2 is minus 4. So 3 plus minus 4 is minus 1. Satisfying. 3 into 2, 6. Minus 2 into minus 3, 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12. Satisfying. Okay. So you should cross check it. In case you do some mistake, you will know it, which you can correct it. Okay. Next, it's the same template. You have to just follow it. So here in this case, I have taken y equal to 5 minus 3x by 4. Substitute it in the first. And then simplify, what you will get is x comma y as minus 21 comma 17. Okay. Next. Okay. Here x equal to 6 minus 6 by y. Okay. Substitute it in the second. Okay. You will get 3x minus 8 by y. So 3 into 6 minus 6 by y minus 8 by y, which is equal to 5. So 18 minus 26 by y equal to 5, or 26 by y equal to 13, or y equal to 2. So substitute it in the one of the equations, you will get x is 3. X comma y is 3 comma 2. Okay. So with this, it is very easy to get such equations also. In graphical methods, it's difficult to get a line for such equations, right? So this is one advantage with the another advantage with the algebraic method. Fifth, 0.2x plus 0.3 y equal to 1.3, 0.4x plus 0.5 y equal to 2.3. Same way, you take the x in terms of y, substitute it. Okay. So simplify it carefully. You will get y equal to 3. Substitute it in the second equation. You will get x as 2. So x comma y is 2 comma 3. Okay. Next. Okay. Now you have a third here. Square root of 2x plus square root of 3y equal to 0. Square root of 3x minus square root of 8 equal to 0. Okay. X is nothing but minus square root of 3y by square root of 2. Substitute it in the second equation. What you will get is y is 0. Okay. That means x is 0. Okay. If you substitute. But looking at the equations, you can easily tell. Okay. This is the equation. There is no constant term. What is the meaning of no constant term? Go back to your geometry classes. Okay. If there is no constant term, then the line is passing through the origin, that is 0 comma 0. So both lines are passing through origin. That means they intersect at origin. Correct. So that is the solution here. Next. Yeah. Next we'll learn the elimination method. Let us learn the elimination method now. This is another algebraic method of solving the linear pair of equations, pair of linear equations problem. Okay. Let me explain to the example here. Two equations given here, 3x plus 2y equal to 11, 2x plus 3y equal to 4. If you look at carefully, can we make the coefficient of x, let's take the variable x, can we make the coefficient of x same in both equations? How can we do? The coefficient of x here is 3, coefficient of x here is 2. So I multiply first equation with 2, so it will become 2 into 3, 6x. Alright? Complete equation with 2, 6x plus 4y equal to 22. Coefficient of x is 6 in that case. Correct? And take the second equation and multiply with the coefficient of x of first equation, that is 3. If I multiply this with 3, it will become 6x plus 9y equal to 12. Both the equations have 6x as the term actually. If I subtract both of them, one x variable is gone. Correct? Is removed from the final equation. That means you will solve for y. Second variable, you can solve it. You substitute that, you will get the value of first variable then. Right? This is the elimination method. You eliminate one of the variable by appropriately multiplying both the equations with some constant terms. Okay? And then subtract them. Or add or subtract. Basically, you will eliminate one of the variable. You will get the value for the second variable. Okay? So let's see in this case how to get it. Okay, equation 1 into 3, equation 2 into 2. That is 9x plus 6y equal to. So here is trying to eliminate the y actually. Okay, that's why first equation with 3, second equation with 2. So you got 6y, same terms, right? Okay, when you subtract them, you will get 5x equal to 33 minus 8, that is 25. Okay, so x equal to 25 by 5, that is 5. So you got the x value. You substitute in the first equation, you will get the value of y. Okay, that is 15 plus 2y equal to 11, 2y equal to minus 4, y equal to minus 2. So x is 5, y is minus 2. This is the elimination method, more simple than the first substitution method. Let's do some problems with this to learn this method. Okay, so you check the template and then all the problems you just follow the same template basically. Okay, so here I am trying to eliminate the x variable. That's why I'm multiplying the first equation with 3, second equation with 8. Okay, so equation 1 into 3 minus equation 2 into 8. What I will get is correct. 24x plus 15y equal to 27 minus 24x plus 16y equal to 13. Okay, that means what I will get is remaining is minus y equal to minus 5 or y equal to 5. Substitute it in the first equation. 8x equal to minus 16 or x equal to minus 2. So x comma y is minus 2 comma 5. Okay, so you follow the same template basically for the elimination method. Okay, e1 into 2 minus e2 because it is just 2x and 4x, right? So first equation will become 4x plus 6y equal to 16. Second equation is minus 4x plus 6y equal to 7. If you see, both variables will be off. Okay. So you got a inconsistent solutions, which means these are all parallel lines. You can tell easily, right? This is a parallel lines. So this is the inconsistent solutions. Okay. Next. Check A1 by A2 and B1 by B2, which is same actually. 2 by 4, 1 by 2, 3 by 6, 1 by 2. And it's not equal to 8 by 7. Next. Same. E1 into 5, E2 into 3 and subtract. What I'll get is y as 4 and x as 3 by substituting. So x comma y is 3 comma 4. Okay. Now a minus b into x plus a plus b into y equal to a square minus 2ab minus b square. A plus b into x plus y equal to a square plus b square. Okay. E1 minus E2. That's all. Because if I see here a plus b y, okay, coefficient of y is a plus b, coefficient of y is a plus b, same. So if I subtract, that's enough actually. What I will get is a minus b minus b into x equal to a square plus b square, uh, a square get cancelled. So minus 2ab minus 2b square, b minus b square minus b square, right? Subtracting. So what I will get is minus 2bx equal to minus 2b into a plus b, which means x equal to a plus b. Okay, you substitute this value. Okay, a minus b into a plus b into y equal to a square minus 2ab minus b square. Okay, this is a plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square. Okay, now y will become minus 2ab by a plus b. This is the y value. So x comma y is a plus b comma minus 2ab by a plus b. Next. Before going to the exercise, let's see some more examples given here. As I said, the procedure is same for all the problems. So you can directly go into exercise and solve the problems. But important thing is this is the first level where you are introduced into two variable problems. So it is important to define the variables and write the equations properly. So for that one, let's see the examples which are given here. Rubina went to a bank to withdraw 2000 rupees. She asked the cashier to give the cash in 50 rupees and 100 rupees only. Okay, she got 25 notes in all. Can you tell how many notes each of 50 rupees and 100 rupees she received? Okay, so this one variable is she don't know how many 50 rupees notes, how many 100 rupees notes she received, right? So that those are the variables you have to define. Let the number of 50 rupees notes be x, let the number of 100 rupees notes is y. Okay, So she received total 25 notes. That means x plus y equal to 25. This is your first equation. Okay. Now, second one is the total value she received is 2000 rupees. Now, 50 rupees into x number of 50 rupees notes plus 100 rupees into y number of 100 rupees notes, which is equal to total is 2000 rupees. So, this is your second equation, right? Now, okay, in this one example, he has given substitution method to solve this problem. You can use whatever method you want basically. Okay, x equal to 25 minus y, substituted in the second equation, she got y value as 15, so x is 10. So Rubin has received 10 50 notes and 50 100 notes. Cross check it. 10 into 50, 500 rupees. 15 into 100, 1500. So 1500 plus 500 is 2000 rupees. Okay. Now elimination method also similarly, you will multiply the first equation with 50. So it will become 50x plus 55 equal to 1250. Subtract them, you will get minus 50y equal to minus 750 or y equal to 15. Substitute it, you will get x as 10. This is the elimination method. Okay. Now, next example. In a competitive exam, 3 marks are awarded for each correct answer and 1 mark is deducted for each wrong answer. Okay. 3 marks for the correct answer, 1 mark for the deducted minus 1 for the wrong answer. Madhu scored 40 marks in the exam. He had 4 marks being awarded for each correct answer. Okay. In this exam, Madhu has scored 40 marks. Had 4 marks been awarded to each correct answer and 2 marks deducted for each incorrect answer, Madhu would have scored 50. Okay. So, how many questions were there in the test? Okay. Let the number of correct answers be x, let the number of wrong answers be y. Okay. So, the equations we should form this way. If 3 marks given to the correct questions, that is 3x, and 1 mark deducted for wrong answer, that is minus 1, basically minus 1 into y equal to 40. This is your first equation. 3x minus y equal to 40. Okay. If 4 marks are given to the correct answer, that is 4x, and 2 marks are deducted for the wrong answer, that is minus 2y. So 4x minus 2y equal to 50. This is your second equation. Right? Once you have the equations, you can solve it whatever method you want. So here substitution method is given. You just go through this. X equal to 15 and y equal to 5. So total number of questions are x plus y, which is 20. Okay. You can use elimination method to solve this one. You can try it yourself. Once you have written the equations, any method is easy. I am mainly looking at these examples to write the equations. Understand? To explain how to write these equations. Okay. Mary told her daughter, 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you were then. Also, 3 years from now, I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. Find the present age of Mary and her daughter. Okay. So let's take the variables. Present day age you have to find out. So let's call the present age of Mary is X and her daughter age is Y. Okay. 7 years ago, Mary is X minus 7, daughter is Y minus 7, right? So X minus 7 equal to 7 times daughter age, that is Y minus 7. So the equation is X minus 7Y plus 42 equal to 0. First equation. 3 years from now, that is x plus 3, Mary's age, daughter's age will be y plus 3. So x plus 3 equal to 3 times y plus 3. So your second equation has come here, that is x minus 3y minus 6 equal to 0. Okay. So these are the two equations. Okay. Here you used because elimination method, x and x are same. So you just subtract them. What you will get is y is equal to 12. That is daughter's age is 12 and Mary's age is 42. Okay. Next. A publisher is planned to produce a new textbook. The fixed cost, reviewing, editing, typing, and so on, are 3,20,000. Besides that, he also spends another 31.25 rupees in producing each book. Okay, the wholesale price is 43.75 per book. How many books must the publisher sell to break even? Okay, so the cost of production will be equal to revenues. Okay, you need to find out the break even. Okay, so if X represents the number of books printed and sold, and Y be the break even point. Okay, so we need to find Y basically. Okay, so Y is equal to his fixed cost, which is 3,22,000 plus 31.25 for each book is the variable cost. Okay, so total cost is Y equal to 3 lakhs 20,000 plus 31.25 X. Okay, and now revenue equation is the wholesale price is 43.75, right, per book. So Y equal to 43.75 into X is the wholesale cost. So this is the total cost, and he should make sure that what should be the value of X such that this value is equal to this value. Equation 1. Okay. So easy method is of course elimination, because you have Y on both, or substitution method you can do. Both sides you can equate and see. So by substitution method, once you have these equations, it's very easy to solve problem. So just equate both the equations, because y on the LHS side. So you will get 12.5 x equal to 3 lakhs 20,000 or x equal to 25,600. So he should produce 25,600 books for the break even. And you can also find the break even cost actually y value. Okay. Now let's go to the exercise part. Let's say exercise 4.2. The ratio of incomes of two persons is 9:7. The ratios of their expenditures are 4:3. If each of them manages to save 2,000 per month, then find their monthly income. Okay. Incomes of A comma B are in the ratio of 9:7. Income of A equal to 9x. Income of B equal to 7x. Okay. And their expenditures are in 4:3. So expense of A equal to 4y. Okay. And expense of B is 3y. Okay. So income income variable is x, expenditure variable is y basically. Okay. It is given that both save 2,000 rupees. That means 9x minus 4y equal to 2,000, 7x minus 3y also equal to 2,000. Okay. Now you can do elimination method and solve it. Basically x you will get as 2,000, and once you get the x, basically you know the income of A is equal to 9x, that is 18,000, and income of B is equal to 7x, that is 14,000. Okay, so this is how you can do. Next, sum of two-digit number and the number obtained by reversing the digits is 66. If the digits of the number differ by 2, find the number. How many such numbers are there? Okay, let's see. Let the two-digit numbers be x comma y. Okay, that means number is 10x plus 5. Reverse number is 10y plus x. Okay, sum of these two. Okay, sum of these two, 10x plus 5 plus 10y plus x equal to 66, which means 11x plus 11y is 66, or x plus y equal to 6. This is your first equation. Second equation is they differ by 2. That means absolute value of x minus y is equal to 2. That means either x minus y equal to 2 or y minus x equal to 2. Both are possible. Okay, now you take case 1, x minus y equal to 2, and then x plus y is 6. This is constant, right? This first equation is same for both. Okay, with this You can just do elimination method, adding both of them to x equal to 8 and x equal to 4. Okay, which means y is equal to 2. So 4 comma 2 is one solution. And case 2, y minus x equal to 2. In this case, if you add, you will get 2y equal to 8 or y equal to 4 or y equal to 4 or x equal to 2. So answer is 2 comma 4 in this case. 4 comma 2 or 2 comma 4. So 42 or 24. These are the two numbers basically. Okay. Next. Larger of two supplementary angles exceeds by the smaller by 18. Find the angle. Okay. So this looks easy. Let's say the two angles are x and y and x is greater than y. Okay. X plus y is 180 because they are supplementary angles. Okay. And they differ by 18 degrees. That means x minus y is 18. X is greater than y. So x minus y is equal to 18. Now use just elimination method. Very simple. Okay. 2x equal to 198 or x equal to 99 and y is equal to 81. Okay. Next. The taxi charges in Hyderabad have two components, fixed and per kilometer charge. Up to first 3 kilometers, you will be charged a certain amount, minimum amount. From there onwards, you will pay additionally for every kilometer traveled. Okay, for the first 10 kilometers, the charge paid is 166. For a journey of 15 kilometers, the charge paid is 256. What is the fixed charge and charge per kilometer? Okay, so this is what you need to find. How much does a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 kilometers? This is another problem. A problem in this. Okay. Let's say fixed charge for the first 3 kilometers is X. Okay. And per kilometer charges after 3 kilometers is Y. This is Y per kilometer. Okay. So the given equation is for first 10 kilometers is charged 166. That means 3 kilometers of fixed charge plus 7 kilometers of 7 into Y. That is per kilometer charge. So x plus 7y equal to 166. And for a 15-kilometer journey, that is 3 kilometers of fixed and 12 kilometers of per kilometer charge, that is x plus 12y equal to 256. So these are your two equations. Now you have the two equations, you solve by elimination method. Very easy. 5y equal to 90 or y equal to 18 and x equal to 40. So 40 is the fixed cost and 18 is the per kilometer cost. And for 25 kilometers, what happens is the equation will become x plus 22y because 3 kilometers here, remaining 22, 25 minus 3, that is 22 kilometers with y cost, that is 40 plus 22 into 18, that is 436 rupees. Next. A fraction will be equal to 4 by 5 if 1 is added to both numerator and denominator. If, however, 5 is subtracted from both numerator and denominator, the fraction will be 1 by 2. What is the fraction? Let's x by y is the given fraction. Okay. So x plus 1 by y plus 1 equal to 4 by 5. So your first equation is here 5x minus 4y equal to minus 1 and x minus 5 by y minus 5 equal to 1 by 2. So your second equation is here 2x minus y equal to 5. Okay. You do elimination method, you will get x equal to 7 and y equal to 9. So the given fraction is 7 by 9. Places A and B are 100 kilometers apart on highway. One car starts at a point A and another at point B at the same time in different speeds. If the cars travel in the same direction, they meet in 5 hours. If they travel towards each other, they meet in 1 hour. What are the speeds of the two cars? Okay. Speed of first car is x kilometers per hour. Second car is y kilometers per hour, let's say. Okay. In first case, both travel 5 hours and meet in the same direction. Okay, that means A is starting from here. Okay, and V is after 100 kilometers. Correct? V is after 100 kilometers. Okay. And it is starting from here at the same time at y at the speed of y kilometers per hour. Okay. Now, if you clearly see here, if both are meeting at some point s distance, okay, at distances they are meeting, A has traveled 100 kilometers more than B. That means A has traveled s plus 100, B is traveled only s kilometers, correct? Yeah. Distance traveled by car at A equal to 5x because they traveled for 5 hours, correct? Distance traveled by car B is 5y, okay? Now, if you subtract both of them, you will get difference is 100 kilometers. A has traveled 100 kilometers extra, correct? So, 5x minus 5y equal to 100. This is your E1, okay? Now, second equation, both are traveling opposite direction. They meet at a point, okay? They meet at a point, okay? Now, what happens? X plus y equal to 100. How? They are meeting after 1 hour, basically, correct? They're meeting at after 1 hour. So, in 1 hour, X will travel uh, at x speed, basically 1 into x plus 1 into y equal to 100. They both will cover 100 kilometers in 1 hour because they are traveling opposite direction. This is your second equation. Now you have both the equations. You do elimination method, you will get x equal to 60 kilometers per hour and y equal to 40 kilometers per hour. Okay. So speed of car A is 60 kilometers per hour. Speed of car at B is 40 kilometers per hour. Next. Two angles are complementary. The larger is 3 degrees less than twice the measure of small angle. Find the measure of each angle. This is similar to the first one given. X plus y equal to 90 and x minus 2y because we said the larger angle is 3 degrees less than twice the measure of the smaller angle. Okay, so x minus 2y equal to 3. Subtracting both, you will get 3y equal to 87 or y equal to 87 by 3, that is 29, and x is 61. Okay, next. A dictionary has a total of 1382 pages. It is broken up into two parts. The second part of the book has 64 pages, more than the first part. How many pages are there in the book? Let's say x comma y are the total pages of dictionary parts. Okay, x plus y equal to 13. Sorry, I took wrong number here. 1382, it should be 1392 I took, but let's just solve the problem and see. 1392 and y minus x equal to 64. Okay, these are the two equations. So now you just solve them easily. You will get y equal to 782 and x is 654. So these are the two parts, number of pages in the two parts. Okay, but you have to redo this problem yourself. Okay, taking this number 1382 and see what will be the values at that time. Okay, so this is one thing uh, you have to do redo basically. Redo. Okay, this is the problem. Okay, next. The chemist has two solutions of hydrochloric acid in stock. One is 50% solution and other is 80% solution. How much each should be used to obtain 100 ml of 68% solution? Okay, let's define the variables first. X equal to volume of 50% solution required. Y is equal to volume of 80% solution required. Okay, now x plus y is equal to 100 because final solution should be 100 ml. So x plus y equal to 100. This is your first equation. Okay. Next, concentration of final solution should be 68%. That means, okay, 50% of x plus 80% of y equal to 68% of x plus y. Okay. And x plus y is, so if you take off all hundreds, it will become 50x plus 50, 80y equal to 68 into x plus y. Simplified, what you will get is 18x minus 12y equal to 0. Okay. This is your equation 2. Do the elimination method, you will get x equal to 40 and y equal to 60. So 40 ml of 50% solution and 60 ml of 80% solution is the required one to make a 100 ml of 68% solution. Okay, next, you save 12,000 rupees. You have 12,000 saved amount and want to invest in two schemes yielding 10% and 15% interest. How much amount should be invested in each scheme so that you should get overall 12% interest? It is same as the previous problem actually, almost same, just a uh, situation explained is different, but it's the same problem. Let's define the variables. X is amount of money to be invested in 10% interest scheme. Y is amount of money invested in 15% interest scheme. Okay. Now x plus y equal to 12,000. This is the total amount you will invest. Correct. Your equation 1, this is. Final interest should be 12%. That means 10% of x plus 15% of y equal to 12% of x plus y. Okay. Same as before, right? So 10x plus 15y equal to 12 into x plus y, or second equation is 2x minus 3y equal to 0. Now you use elimination method and you will get x as 7200 and y as 7800. Okay, so 7200 of 10% scheme and 7800 of 15% scheme is what you should invest to get 12% overall interest. Okay, now let's learn the equations reducible to pair of linear equations in two variables. Equations reducible to a pair of linear equations in two variables. Okay, the heading itself says that they are not linear equations, but we will reduce them into a linear equation. Okay, so now let's discuss how to do these problems using examples. Okay, solve the following pair of equations: 2 by x plus 3 by y equal to 13, 5 by x minus 4 by y equal to minus 2. If you look carefully, first thing is they are not linear equations because the power is minus 1, x power minus 1, y power minus 1, right? They are not linear equations, then how to solve these problems? But if you look at 1 by x and 1 by y, if you keep the constants 2 and 3 aside, the variables are 1 by x, 1 by y in both cases, correct? So which are same. So now you can call 1 by x as something else, 1 by y as another variable, and then make sure that, correct, they look like a linear equations, right? So in this case, let's say 1 by x equal to p and 1 by y equal to q. That case, if you rewrite the equations, it looks like 2p plus 3q equal to 13, 5p minus 4q equal to minus 2. This looks like a linear equations, correct? Now these two can be your linear equations, pair of linear equations to solve them. Okay, here they used elimination method to solve. You got the p as 2 and the q as 3. Now you know p and q. P is nothing but 1 by x. That's what you assumed. Okay, 1 by x equal to p, right? Which is equal to 2, which means x is equal to 1 by 2. Correct? 1 by y equal to q, which is 3. Y equal to 1 by 3. That means. So this is the answer for those problems. This is how you should solve these problems where even though they are not linear equations, they have a consistency in their equations. So you can reduce them into a pair of linear equations and then solve them. Okay. Let's see some more examples here. Kavita thought of constructing two more rooms in her house. She inquired about the laborer and time estimate. She came to know that 6 men and 8 women could finish this work in 14 days, but she wished to complete the work only in 10 days. When she inquired elsewhere, she was told that 8 men and 12 women could finish the work in 10 days. Find out how much time would be taken to finish the work if one man and one woman worked alone. Okay, so let's see. First thing is the variable is time taken to finish the complete work by one man and one woman, right? So let the time taken by one man is X days, and that means portion of the work done by one man in one day. In one day, he can do 1 by X work. Let the time taken by one woman to finish the work is Y number of days. So in one day, she can finish in 1 by Y work, amount of work, right? So if 8 men and 12 women can finish the work in 10 days, okay, okay, 8 men and 12 women can finish the work in 10 days. They can finish, 8 men and 12 women can finish in one day, one tenth of work. Okay, one tenth of work they can finish in one day. Okay, that case, 8 men can finish, 8 women can do 8 into 1 by X work. Okay, sorry, this is 8 men actually, right? 8 men. This is wrong. Okay, this is 8 men. Okay, 8 men in one day can finish 8 by X. Similarly, the portion done by 12 women in one day is 12 by Y. So 8 by X plus 12 by Y is the total work they can do in one day, correct? Combinedly, which is equal to 1 by 10. This is your equation, right? Actually, this is your equation. Okay. You can take 10 to the other side and yeah, leave it. So this is the final equation which you got. Okay. Now also 6 men and 8 women can finish the work in 14 days. So that is 6 by X plus 8 by Y equal to 14. You again simplified. This is what the equation you will get. So these are actually your two equations, correct? So if these are your two equations, now you reduce them into uh, linear equations. How? Let's call 1 by x equal to u and 1 by y equal to v. Okay, then equations will become 80u plus 120v equal to 1 and 84v plus 112v equal to 1. Okay, now you use elimination method to solve them. You get v as 1 by 280 and u as 1 by 140. So that means we know that one man can finish the work in 140 days and one woman can finish the work in 280 days. Okay, because these are exactly the 1 by x, 1 by y, right? So this is how you should first understand the problem, write in the uh, equations, define the variables correctly, write the equations. If the equations doesn't look like linear equations, reduce them into linear equations by assuming the another set of variables, find the solution, and then try to get the original values of the variables. Okay. A man travels 370 kilometers partly by train and partly by car. If he covers 250 kilometers by train and rest by car, it takes 4 hours. But if he travel 130 kilometers by train and rest by car, it takes 18 minutes more. Okay. Find the speed and of the train and the car. Okay. Know that speed time is equal to distance by speed. So let speed of the train is x kilometers and speed of the car is y kilometers per hour. Okay. So in first situation, he traveled by train 250 kilometers by train, right? So 250 kilometers by speed, which is equal to time. Okay, time taken by traveling, time taken for traveling by train is 250 by x, and then time spent by car traveling is 120 by y. Okay, So total time taken is basically 250 by x plus 120 by y, which is 4 hours. That's given as 4 hours. So you simplify, this is your first equation. Okay, this is your first equation. Second situation, if you travel 130 kilometers by train, that is 130 by x plus 240, the remaining basically is yeah, 370 minus 240, 370 minus 130, which is 240. So 240 by y, okay, by car, then it takes how much time? 18 minutes more. Okay, that is 4 into 18 by 60. That is 4, 18 by 60 or 4, 3 by 10. Okay, that is 43 by 10 basically in hours. So this is your second equation. Now looking at these two equations, let's define two more variables, 1 by x equal to a, 1 by y equal to b. And the equations will become 125a plus 60b equal to 2, 130a plus 240b equal to 43 by 10. Now use elimination method to solve this a for a and b. A is 1 by 100, okay, and b is 1 by 80. Now a is nothing but 1 by x, okay. So 1 by x equal to 1 by 100 and 1 by y equal to 1 by 80. That means x equal to 100 kilometers per hour, y is 80 kilometers per hour. So you can define that. You got the train speed as 100 kilometers per hour and speed of the car is 80 kilometers per hour. Okay. So this is how we have to reduce the problems into linear equations and then solve them. Okay. Now let's see the exercise 4.3. Okay. Yeah, the first problem is if you see what is common in this x minus 1 by x minus 1, 1 by y by 2, correct? 1 by y by 2 is common basically. So you define them as your variables to reduce them into pair of linear equations. So let 1 by x minus 1 equal to m and 1 by y minus 2 equal to n. The equations will become 5m plus n equal to 2 and 6m minus 3n equal to 1. Now you use elimination method, you get m equal to 1 by 3, n is also equal to 1 by 3. So n is m is nothing but 1 by x minus 1. So x minus 1 equal to 1 by m, which is equal to 3. That means x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5. Right? So x equal to 4 and y equal to 5. So this is how you will basically solve all such problems. Let's go one by one. Anything complicated, I will explain. Otherwise, we'll go fast. So in this one, okay, you basically separate them, divide each of them with x by y. Okay, with this you will not get any solution basically, right? So x plus y by xy equal to x by xy plus y by xy, which is equal to 1 by y plus 1 by x, which is equal to 2. And second equation will become 1 by y minus 1 by x equal to 6. Now variables are very clear what we should define. So 1 by x equal to m and 1 by y equal to n, and then it will reduce to n plus m equal to 2 and n minus m equal to 6. Okay, so you will get n as 4, m as minus 2. Okay, so x is nothing but 1 by m, which is 1 by minus 2, and y is nothing but 1 by n, which is 1 by 4. These are the solutions. Next. So here easily you can define 1 by square root of x is one variable, 1 by square root of y is other variable, right? M and n, use elimination method. The answers you will get is x equal to 4 and y equal to 9. Substitute and check always. Okay, this is same as the problem given before. You take xy to the other side. Okay, divide the equations with xy on both sides. What you will get is 6 by y plus 3 by x equal to 6, 2 by y plus 4 by x equal to 5. You know what are the variables now. Okay, 1 by x is m, 1 by y is n. Then equations are reduced to this. Okay, then you can solve it. M equal to 1, n equal to 1 by 2, which means x equal to 1 and y equal to 2. Next. Yeah, here also it's clear. 1 by x plus y is one equation, one variable. 1 by x minus y is other variable. Okay, so you solve it, you will get n and m, n equal to 1, m equal to 1 by 5. You substitute them again. So x plus y equal to 1 by m, which is equal to 5. Okay, so this is second set of equation for you. And x minus y equal to 1. So x minus y equal to 1, this is second equation. Now you these two equations also you should solve to get x and y values. Okay, so 2x equal to 6 or x equal to 3 and y equal to 2. So x comma y is 3 comma 2. Again, next. Yeah, this is simple. Okay, xy is 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. Next. Yeah, this is same as before. You have to do 2 times actually. You will get xy as 3 and 2. Okay, this is also same. 3x plus y is 1 by 3x plus y is one variable. 1 by 3x minus y is other variable. Okay, so the equations will become m plus n equal to 3 by 4 and m by 2 minus n by 2 equal to minus 1 by 8. Now, yeah, you can solve this by elimination method again. N equal to half, m equal to 1 by 4. Now that means 3x plus y equal to 4 and 3x minus y equal to 2. Now you again solve these variables, you will get x equal to 1 and y equal to 1. A boat goes 30 kilometers upstream and 44 kilometers downstream in 10 hours. So this is one equation. In 13 hours, it can go 40 kilometers upstream and 55 kilometers downstream. This is your second equation. Determine the speed of the steam and that of the boat in still water. So your variables are clear. Let the speed of the boat in still water is x kilometers per hour and speed of the steam is y kilometers per hour. So speed of boat downstream will be speed of the boat plus the stream also is going at y kilometers per hour. So it will go at faster pace. That is x plus y kilometers per hour. When the same boat goes upstream, basically the stream is actually pushing it back, right? So that means speed will become x minus y. Speed of the boat minus speed of the stream. X minus y kilometers per hour. We know that time is equal to distance by speed. So time taken to cover 30 kilometers upstream is 30 by x minus y. 44 kilometers downstream is 44 by x plus y. So according to the first condition, 30 by x minus y plus 44 by x plus y equal to 10. Okay. Now second case, 40 kilometers upstream is 40 by x minus y. 55 kilometers downstream is 55 by x plus y. So second condition is 40 by x minus y plus 55 by x plus y equal to 30. Right now you have two equations and then let 1 by x minus y equal to u and 1 by x plus y equal to v. Then the equations will become 30u plus 44v equal to 10, 40u plus 55v equal to 13. Okay, you use elimination method to solve it. What you will get is u as 1 by 5 and v as 1 by 11. Okay. So u is nothing but 1 by x minus y. So x minus y is equal to 5. This is your third equation. And v is equal to 1 by x plus 5, which is equal to 1 by 11. So x plus y equal to 11. This is your fourth equation. Again, use elimination method to solve these two. You will get x as 8 and y as 3. So speed of boat in still water is 8 kilometers per hour and speed of steam is 3 kilometers per hour. So look at these kind of problems. So very it is you should be very careful in defining the variables and writing the equations. Uh, Everything depends on how you write the equations. Once you write the correct equation, it's very easy to solve these problems. Okay. Rahim travels 600 kilometers to his home, partly by train, partly by car. It takes 8 hours if he travels 120 kilometers by train and rest by car. It takes 20 minutes more if you travel 200 kilometers by train and rest by car. Find the speed of the train and the car. Okay, total distance is we know 600 kilometers. Let x equal to speed of the train, y is speed of the car. Distance covered by train is equal to 120 kilometers. Okay, time taken by train is 120 by x. Okay, distance covered by car is 600 minus 120, that is 480 kilometers. So time taken by car is 480 by y. We have seen the same problem in the given in the examples actually. So it is exactly same. Let's see how to form the equations. So total time taken is 120 by x plus 480 by y equal to 8. It takes 8 hours. That's what is said first condition. Correct? So the equation will become 30 by x plus 120 by y equal to 2. Yeah. In second case, 200 kilometers by train. So 200 by x is the time taken, and 400 kilometers by car. So 400 by y, time taken by car. So total time is 8 plus 20 by 30, that is 20 minutes extra I said. So that will become 25 by 3. Okay. Now 200x plus 400y. Sorry, this is 200 by x and 400 by y equal to 25 by 3. And if you multiply with 3, it will become 600 by x plus 1200 by y equal to 25. Okay. So 1 by x is u, 1 by y is v. Okay. Then it will become 600u plus 1200v equal to 25 and 30u plus 120v equal to 2. So you use the elimination method to solve. You get v as 15 by 1200 and u as 10 by 600. Okay. So we know already what is u and v. So u is equal to 1 by x. So x is 60 speed. Speed of the train equal to 60 and the speed of the car is equal to 80. Next, two women and five men can work together finish embroidery work in 4 days, while three women and 6 men can finish in 3 days. Find the time taken by one woman alone and one man alone to finish the work. Okay, this is the same problem given in the examples. It's exactly same steps you can follow actually. So work completed by man in X days, woman in Y days. Then work done by the man in 1 day is 1 by X, work done by woman in 1 day is 1 by Y. Portion of the work done by 5 men and 2 men in 1 day is 1 by 4 because they finish 4 days. So in 1 day they can finish 1/4. So 5 by x plus 2 by y equal to 1 by 4. Similarly, second equation you can form 6 by x plus 3 by y equal to 1 by 3. Now you know what is your m and n, 1 by x and 1 by y. Reduce them to linear equations and solve them. You will get m and n as m equal to 1 by 36 and n is 1 by 18. So x equal to 36 and y equal to 18. So time taken by man to complete the work is 36 days. Time taken by woman to complete the work is 18 days. Next. So there is optional exercise given in the chapter. Let's do. These are all also good problems. They cover everything whatever we learned in this chapter. Okay. 2x by a plus y by b equal to 2. X by a minus y by b equal to 4. So you look carefully. Plus y by b minus y by b. So you just use elimination method. Add above two equations will give us 3x by a equal to 6 or x equal to 2a. Substitute it, you will get y equal to minus 2b. Okay. Yeah. Next is x plus 1 by 2 plus y minus 1 by 3 equal to 8. X minus 1 by 3 plus y plus 1 equal to 2 by 2 equal to 9. So first you multiply with 6. Why 6 I choose? Because this is the LCM of these two. You multiply with 6, what you will get is 3x plus 3 plus 2y minus 2 equal to 48 or 3x plus 2y equal to 47 And second one you will get is 2x plus 3y equal to 53. Okay, now use again elimination method. You will get the answer x is 7, y is 13. Next, x by 7 plus y by 3 equal to 5, x by 2 minus y by 9 equal to 6. Again, you just multiply with the LCM here, that is 21. Okay, then you will get 3x plus 7y equal to 105, and then multiply with 18 here, you will get 9x minus 2y equal to 108. Use elimination method to solve. This is also just search, but uh, you will solve in the same way. Okay, so you look at x coefficient square root of 3, x coefficient square root of 5. So you multiply this first equation with square root of 5 and the second with square root of 3 to eliminate x. If you want to eliminate y, you multiply this with first equation with square root of 3 and like here, and second equation with square root of 2. So you will get the answers. Okay, this is also same. You check with what you are going to buy. Multiply this first. AB is the LCM here, so multiply with AB this equation. Okay, and then you form the equation there. Okay, okay. So once you have your equations, then subtract them properly. You will get x equal to b and y equal to minus a. Okay, 2 power x plus 3 power y equal to 17. 2 power x plus 2 minus 3 power y plus 1 equal to 5. So this is just another type of equations which can be reduced to linear equations. How? 2 power x minus x plus 2 minus 3 power y plus 1 can be written as 2 square into 2 power x, because x plus a power m plus n is equal to a power m into a power n. So, and the second one can be 3 into 3 power y. So now we know what are the variables, right? 2 power x and 3 power y are common. So you take them as m and n. So first equation will become m plus 1 equal to 17. Second equation will become 4m minus 3n equal to 5. Now you can solve for m and n. Once you get m and n, you know that m equal to 2 power x, which is equal to 8. So x is 3. N is equal to 9, which is equal to 3 square. So y is equal to 2. Next. Animals in an experiment are to be kept on a strict diet. Each animal is to receive, among the other things, 20 grams of protein and 6 grams of fat. The laboratory technicians purchased two food mixtures, A and B. Mix A has 10% protein and 10% 6% fat. Mix B has 20% protein and 2% fat. How many grams of each mix should be used? Okay. So number of grams of mix A required is X. Number of grams of mix B required is Y. Okay. So first equation will be 10% of X plus 20% of uh, Y equal to 20. This is the first equation given. Okay. Okay, and then that gives you x plus 2y equal to 200, and the second one is 6% of x. If you look at here, uh, I am taking number of grams of mix A as x, number of grams of mix B as y. Okay, these are my variables. So I get 10% of protein from x. Okay, 10%. Okay, then 20% of protein from mix B. Correct, that is 20y. So this is how I form the equation here. This should be equal to 20. I need to get 20 grams of protein. Correct? So that is 20 here. So if I simplify this equation, it will become x plus 2y equal to 200. Okay? And second one is, I am getting 6 grams of fat from from mix A, that is X. So 6% of X, then 2% of Y, which is equal to 6. 6 grams of fat I should get. Correct? So this is my second equation here. So 6x plus 2y equal to 600. This is. Now you have two equations. You can get values of x and y. Okay. So x is equal to uh, 80 and y is equal to 60. So that means required mix of A is 80 grams. Required mix of B is 60 grams. Okay. Do this problem once again carefully. Yeah, that's all. Thank you. Just let's summarize what we have learned here actually in the whole book. Okay. We learned about the linear equations and their coefficients and relations. Okay. And then pair of linear equations and two variables, how to solve them using different methods, modeling method, graph method, and uh, uh, algebraic methods or substitution method and elimination method. Okay. Then we know the relation between their coefficients and the solution for the linear equations. Okay, that is we learned. And then there are several situations where we can represent them in two equations and then solve them basically as a pair of linear equations. Okay, so hope this chapter we completed here, and we'll go next to the quadratic equations, and also I'll solve more of IBM polynomial or linear equations and quadratic equation problems more. You can check those videos also parallelly. Thank you.